Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to walk you through the process of creating your own art portfolio online, which is basically an online art portfolio, i.e., a website. And you will be using this to keep track of your progress. It's kind of a place where you can put digital images of your artwork along with artist statements about that work and provide a little bit of information to viewers about who you are. And so, what you're looking at right now is basically the landing page for a website or the online gallery for my students this year. This is 2021, 2022. And it's not finished yet. It's just growing as students continue to build sites. I add more on here. And so, if we take a look at the mixed media 6 class that I've got some sites in here. Well, let's just navigate to one. Let me grab one here. And so as we click on Franny and we land on Franny's homepage, it's got a photograph of her with a mask and without, of course, because we're in a pandemic year and we're still wearing masks at school. And in addition to her photographs, we have a little bit of information about her. Up on the right-hand corner, you can kind of see that we've got links to 3 different projects. If I click on the first link, we can see an artwork photograph, and we have an artist statement. The next project, again, we have a nice cropped photograph of the artwork and an artist statement. And then on the third one, again, we also have a photograph of the artwork and an artist statement. Let's go to one of the Ceramic 7 sites. Let me just grab. Here we're on Katie's page, and Katie, we are landing on her About Me page. And again, we have a photograph with a mask and without. We have a little bit of information about Katie, and you can see a little bit of information up top by her photograph. We know that she's interested in sewing. Her first project, photographs of the project and artist statements, photographs of her next project and artist statements, photographs of her third piece and artist statement. And then lastly, let's click on an 8th grade mixed media project or page rather. Here we grab, we'll land on a home page with a photograph with a mask and without, a little bit of information about the student. First project, photographs and artist statement. Second project, photographs and artist statement. And clicking on the third project, cropped to show just the artwork and nothing more, and the artist statement. All right, so how do you go about building your own online portfolio? So the first thing I want you to do is open up a new tab, and you'll need to be signed in using your Carmel Clay Schools credentials, and then you'll navigate over to the waffle once you're on our Google page. Once you're on the waffle, click on that and click on Sites. Once you click on Sites, it's going to give you many different options here at the top for templates, and we just typically use the club template because I think it's easiest to use for purposes of this assignment. So we'll let that populate. Once it comes up, we're going to go over here to where the upper left-hand side where it says club. This is your document name, and this is how it is saved in your Google Drive. And we're going to change this to Art Portfolio. Okay, and so when you search for it in your Google Drive, that's what you'll search for. Next, we're going to change name of club right here. We're going to double click this and we're going to add your name. Make sure you have capital letters where they belong, all spelling correct. That information should be all accurate. Next, we're going to hover over name of club, and this is where we're going to change the name of your page. You can call it My Artwork, My Online Portfolio, whatever you'd like to call your site. All right, so once we have that, you can see up here there's 3 links right now. The one that's bold is home. That's the page we're on right now. We have events and about. We actually don't need those pages, so we're going to come over here to pages, click on pages, and you can see the links to those pages right here. So if we hover over events, go to the right, click on the 3 dots, and then go to delete, and we'll get rid of that events page. Hover over about, click on the 3 dots, and go down to delete, and we're going to take out that page because we don't need it. We eventually can add pages right back by hitting this plus button, And let's say we have a project called Color Wheel. You'll type in the name of the project and hit done, and you'll see it adds a page here. And it gives you all the options for changing the information around as well. I'm going to take that off because we don't need it right now. All right, next thing I want you to do on your home page, we're going to go down to the bottom. We have a footer down here that we don't need. Basically, a footer is something that shows up on each and every single page of your website. So if you put it on one page, it's going to be on all of the pages. For purposes of this assignment, we do not need to have a footer. So click on footer, edit footer, and we're going to click on the garbage can to get rid of it. Okay, so make sure that footer is gone. Then we're going to get rid of these placeholders. They're just demonstrating what you can add on there. We don't need those right now because we're going to put our own information. So I don't even need all of these sections, so I'm going to take a couple of them off. So go back over here to insert. I want to insert, and I've got this template right here, this layout rather. I have 2 photographs and some information. So let's go ahead and click on that. And you can reposition this and move it up higher on your page. I'm going to put 2 photographs of myself. I'm going to click one here, upload it from my drive. Now in my drive, I have a folder of images, and I actually have a bunch of selfies in there for this assignment. And so I'm going to grab one, insert it in there. And I actually don't think I have any with a mask on. I need to get one, but I don't have it in here right now. So for purposes of this assignment, these 2 photos will just kind of we'll have to do. All right, so here's 2 photographs of me, and then we're going to edit this text and tell the viewer a little bit about what's in the photograph. Make sure you use proper capitalization, punctuation, grammar, all of those things count on this assignment because it is a published web page. You need to make sure everything is accurate and done correctly. All right, once I have that, I'm going to click down here because I don't have anything else to put in here. I'm going to throw that little placeholder away, grab this and throw that placeholder away. So I have 2 photographs of me, and ideally you'll have one with your mask and one without. As long as we're still in masks, it's good to have one on there so we can identify you a little bit more easily. And then I'm going to add over here a text box where it says insert, insert a text box. So here's a placeholder for me. I need to have some information about myself. Now, if you have ever made a slide for a teacher that is like an about me slide or anything like that, or if you've written a small paragraph of a biography of you, navigate to that Google Doc or navigate to that Google slide, copy that paragraph, and then come back to your Google site and paste that text on there. Okay. If you have never had to write something like that for a teacher before, please take a few minutes and write a paragraph about yourself and put that on your home page on your website here. Okay. Don't link slides, don't link Google Docs. Just make sure you're putting the text directly on the page. Last thing we're going to do is come up here and we're going to change this photograph out. So if you hover over it and you click change image, and we can go down, I'm going to select image. You can choose something boring from the gallery, look up something by URL, you can do a search, you can go straight to your drive. And so I'm going to go to my drive and I'm going to go into my images and I'm going to find an artwork that I did myself. And here is one that I did. I have a collection of things that I've done. I've got other artworks in here that are not mine. You can take almost anything you want as long as it belongs to you, because you don't want to infringe on anybody's copyright. But make sure whatever you put up there does belong to you. Even simple things as close-ups of your sneaker or close-ups of your cat, or gosh, any number of things would be fine for up here, but you need to make sure that you own the rights to it. So for purposes of today, this part is done except for one thing. I need to publish it. And because right now, the way it is, nobody else can see it except for you. It is residing just in your Google Drive and no one else can see it. So we have to go up here to publish, click on publish. And then if it populates something in here already, that's usually fine, but you may have to add your name. And if it's already taken, it's going to tell you, but you can always change that up by putting a number behind it and hit publish. It'll take a second for it to publish, and you can tell when it has because it's going to give you this little arrow. Click on the little arrow and go to View Published Site. Once you view that published site, you can see what everybody else will see once you share this URL. And so in Canvas, when I ask you to turn in your site, or if I'm doing site check-ins, you'll need to copy the URL for your home page, copy it, and then you'll go back to Canvas and you'll paste this URL in on the spot in the Canvas assignment where I've asked you to turn it in. Now keep in mind that if you go back and make any additional changes to this site, if you add pages, if you change spelling, whatever, if you change anything at all, you have to go back through the publish process, because every change you make has to be updated on the web. It doesn't just automatically update. You have to do that by republishing it and sending it back out to the internet. Okay. If you have questions, let me know. Message me in Canvas and I will help you through the process. Good luck.